To the listeners and supporters, fans, well wishers, them we in our Salon Talk Forum, what they did with issues coming and analysis. Today, we're at the end of June, that today, June 30, 2024. One tell God Almighty or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Boku Boku, thank you for another beautiful day. We don't give we now by support, in blessing, in guidance, and direction, and everything. I make we don't see this day as so. But more so for we Christian, brothers and sisters, today na a very blessed day for them because this day na in go church. And the hope here is that the pastors them, the deacons them, we be they up na the pulpit where they bring the sermon to them. Now people then in themselves, they get what it take for let them, deliver some of them to people. They run with passion, with integrity, and a courage of conviction, honesty, and sincerity, so that the message where they deliver to the congregants and now one that way will resonate with them, and when I go guide them go forward. Like I don't turn out this platform don't enter a new phase. Now, waiting will they do, and after a while, I will invite you for una call in. Una go use the WhatsApp number when 240 413 1733. Then at the WhatsApp number, una go use up at the point in time. I go turn and say, well, I come open the line for Lona also be part of it because I be on the turn and say, I want to be part of this program here. So I want to be part of them. And the only way una be part of them, una self forget the opportunity for the coming so that una go weigh in with una own, commenting. So at the point in time, I will open the line for Lona coming. Now the issues them way we discuss today, as I ask now for follow me now, for share, for comment, and for subscribe to the Kutubu Koma YouTube platform. The issues that we come discuss today, they're very important. One, like I don't talk to we get for talk about vice presidents in the history of Salon, where as we don't see, when time which for let a candidate bring somebody as vice president, then go bring up. But the question what they can pursue today, if the one them whether they bring as vice president, the one that where they bring them, if they're sincere enough, if they need them enough, or they just want to use them for political expediency, once again to office, then they begin marginalize them. We will talk about the history of that today. Since we don't begin get vice presidents in a Salon, since 1971, we can't begin talk about that. Say to now we at the talk. We will also talk about the need for learn now the whole debate the presidential WANABESS that the one them where they run for the flag bearership of both parties and both APCO, SLPP, or any other party. If I let the whole debate before they go to the convention. The reason for that, we don't see Naya, as a matter of fact, 2-3 days or so, where the sitting president Naya, than Joe Biden, and the man will not be president before, than Donald Trump, we don't emerge as the Republican, the nominee, even though he get excuse me, even though he get a criminal conviction, but he still may not emerge as the presidential candidate. We ain't where they hold the debate. Because the reason for the debate also that they give the citizens enough clue, it will give them enough idea as to who that they for go vote for, based on waiting in the And this is all the more what they ask say if final self they get anything in a salon, let them organize debates them where maybe let's say the students them na salon, na the university, now therefore come up with this, let it be a program where they go, put that together so that let them go they hear from the candidates because na salon not to an issue-oriented society. Waiting then at this tribalism and regionalism. Hopefully, if we begin the whole debate them on issues them that go try for begin nip in the bud this politics of tribalism, sectionalism, and all that thing. So you go find actually learning to do the debate. Then the other two they look about today we can begin to size the SLPP wannabe presidential candidates. Please, the candidate now, una follow me, una share, una comment, as well as una try for, una try for subscribe to the Kutubu Kuruma YouTube platform. We don't see people in the SLPP that way one for let them become the presidential candidates. We don't see this guy Ali Kaba, we don't see him, Ben Kefala, even David Senge. Then with some other guys them we Tarawali, Musa Tarawali, so far. Now then we see down the image. I not say the other one in it, but now the one in this don't come in mind, obviously. He go find they get a sort of primaries in the place. The importance for having the primaries that will give the citizens them the opportunity for let them size the candidates up so that they will decide who that really qualify for head and party. It really find let the citizens them. Now that they can participate in democracy. Let the citizens them, let them also be part of the process. Let not just be one say, now just you're within the party conclave number, the waiting to happen. Let go to the scene a proper democracy now. Waiting to happen, everybody is out there. Everybody, and I don't care how many candidates could there, and they go from region to region, the campaign. So, waiting to happen, the citizens are when and the voters, and then go make that determination as to who that for be then presidential candidates. Now that the proper democracy that let not just be say now you're within the party conclave because when it just happen within the party conclaves and like that, there's chance that other no more the party fat cats them want nine they go put and I did this question of bribes and all that thing. But above all, waiting it that they happen, it bring dissatisfaction. We don't see that it don't happen twice now APC, 2018 and 2023, where one man imposed a presidential candidate. I make today, the rancor and recrimination we follow that. Take today. But if we say we want actually practice democracy, it therefore go along with all the necessary rudiments and where they go to. Meaning that the citizens themselves, because now them therefore do the vote. Now them therefore be able to get a big say now, because what's not happen now, the Democrats them and the Republicans them, they're not getting candidates already. So they can't be now they make them now begin the whole debates. Now they therefore begin to go to the various constituents, then they go to the various people there, the campaign citizens they do. But also the citizens and they hear from them to the press. Just 10 days here, like you see, now they get a debate for President Biden as well as former President Trump. In fact, from the analysis that we don't come out to the camp, some even the talk say, let the Democrats then get another person way now for take Biden in place, because from their own opinion, the way how they see Biden in performance, then obviously Biden measure up to standard. So then they call for when they go na the place for the convention, let them get a third party. Would that if I didn't get in mind of people they talk see, let them bring in this lady when I be Obama wife. Let them bring them in order to it. But there's also a downside to that, because bringing in somebody, another person now, rancor and recrimination now will take place there. Some other people in talk say, well, why they no go bring that Kennedy fellow, than somebody na the Kennedy family. But come across the Kennedy, the where we know the John Kennedy or Robert Kennedy or the other Kennedy, come across like that at all, not. So these are the anxieties and the worries. But the thing is, like what they talk, so what's very important about this is the fact say the citizens, then they size the candidates. So they go able for me very informed decisions as to whether this person is fit for let them make up the presidential candidate. This now actually good for the whole process. Now this made the whole process look very good. So now we go back to the first thing we I talk about now, even as I ask now for follow me, for share, for comment, and at the same time for subscribe to the YouTube Kutubu Kuruma YouTube platform. But I don't turn and say for Leona do that. We go back again to the first thing we come up with. Like I say, we look at in the context of waiting the happen that America so like I argue, like I argue, waiting there for happen, the candidates and get for the out yonder for letting campaign to the voters. So the voters then go make that decision there. But this for let just the party no more, let the party no more, elect a candidate. So we this actually not the augur well at all. The augur well at all, not the augur well at all. So there's a continued call, say for let them they out there, let them they out there. Let them campaign to the people then. Campaigning to the people then, obviously enough. Go give the voters in. So at a point in time, I go tell na say the line open like I say, the line usa una go get for cam. It go be na the WhatsApp, place in a day una get for cam. For Leona, call in and give una comment. I go make that announcement very shortly. Say I don't open the line. And the WhatsApp line, like I say, now 240 413 1733 na the line that when na they una go call for make una comment, una subscription, and all of that here. So una give me another 10 more minutes. I go open the line for bring una, because they can say I want to be part of this. So waiting I want now, the first topic I want to discuss now before I open the line will be the history of vice presidents in a Salon. In 1971, where Shaka Stevens imposed republic, now we get a vice president. Now, from Shaka Stevens in time, say bring her to Momo, we begin one set of vice president, meaning that the vice presidents are always emerge. Now, just the president they appoint a normal like that. They know they go through the democratic process. So it gives the ambience, saying that it gives that So now that make a president doing it and he can fire a vice president any moment because we don't see that. We see that under Shaka Stevens, where if you change vice president, we see he bring in SI Koma, he bring in AB Kamara, he bring in also Jaya Kai, he bring in FM Mina, and all of that thing. So now that didn't happen. But what didn't happen when they restore constitutional rule at Salon in 1996? That change. The first elected vice president was Ahmed Jan. Vice president was Dr. Dembi, we run with Ahmed Jan Kaba. So what's in that go for say, the office of vice president become an elective office. An elective office, meaning that the president and the vice president were elected and they are going to be elected on the same. So no president no get right for fire any vice president. No president no get. If a vice president commit breach against the constitution of the country, you get what you call an impeachment, where now a parliament now in the conducts that impeachment. Like the fire way and then by Koroma the fire Samsumana, it was very illegal, very unconstitutional, and in a country where really they practice proper democracy, where the parliament, when are the first body, it be for hold and by Koroma accountable. If I think that waiting for impeach itself because it violate the constitution of the country. If actually we get a very effective parliament, we get a parliament where get people there, where their jobs, they know what's in their part, then be the first body, where it can by the governors of the country. If the parliamentarians say we be did it, then they up to the job, they're capable, then get the capacity for do the job. When and by Kuruma illegally sack Samsumana, now think that way them before impeach her, but the way where they set the 1991 constitution that we already argue, then give a president too much power. The president of the country get too much power under that 1991 constitution. Now that makes some of they all say let they change that constitution. Now that makes some of they all say let's go back to the Westminster concept of government, the parliamentary democracy. Let's go back under it. Even now, as it is, some other countries now they struggle for see if they go after. Yesterday now at the watch, a documentary in Nigeria. People they can't for talk say, let them also see if they go return to the kind of parliamentary democracy we needed. Now Obasanjo them now they bring in I think 1979 where they return the country to civilian rule after prolonged military rule. Now they come up with this American presidential system. But when they talk say the way they do on the surface, it appears say they run the waiting again now, but not to him. Again, they thought the president get too much power. He get too much power. So the only way for try for resolve this kind of an issue, so me believe say we for return to the Westminster concept of democracy, the parliamentary democracy. Because the parliamentary democracy, what they do, they regulate itself. The parliament regulates itself. The parliament they hold itself accountable. No leader, not they become a dictator. No leader, not they become a totalitarian leader. No. Because you as a prime minister, you say your job they on the line. It is in jeopardy. So there is no way that kind of power where we see where and by Kuruma the man and what they see even up to now, what they see everything that the president go even determine when elections for take place. No, it's totally wrong. Everything else that the president that made the country stagnate because you talk about one-man dictatorship. 90 days out until they change this constitution also, or we return to the Westminster concept, the parliamentary system of governance. Now this problem would they go to go. Now that would they go to a totalitarian rule, dictatorship, one man being the demigod, one man being the be all and end all, the Iyakna Budu Iyakna Stein, the Alpha and Omega, he alone. The only possible way accountable that to intercept your own whims, views, and caprices. So now that means we the country say this the presidential system of governance who get a Salon enough fit we will not get the capacity for one now. We not get them. What they do is they incubate, dictatorship. Now dictatorship is they incubate where they make leaders they become demigods and at the place. And they alone they exercise too much power. So they, now make they treat the vice presidents anyhow. This current vice president we did now so Dr. Mohammed Jules Jalon. Now one of the best vice presidents that we can get in everything we look at. Either in terms of academic antecedents, in terms of loyalty, in terms of teamwork, and in terms of productivity. Dr. Mohammed Jules Jalon, now, emerged as one of the best vice presidents. The only problem is very low-key and quiet. They make waves and they compete with nobody. He's not competing with anybody. He get profound respect for a boss where they work with. They upstage them. That make they put the wrong foot forward. He very measured about her. He's more like it's not hard, but he's seen working. Even this MCC award when they talk about where the one falsely claims say that the finance minister in work. No, not to work, not to him. Not to the current finance minister who gets not to him. Bangura Fatman, whatever, get the talent that Uma name the man gets, not to him, not to now the vice president, Dr. Jules Jalon. Now he work as hard as he can. Yes, he work with the team there, but now the leadership he provide, even his own boss, the current president, he was not that involved in them. It was like an attitude of benign neglect order. He was not heavily involved in this. Dr. Jules Jalon was really giving the mandate. Now he pull all these things in. Yes, he get assistance, he get people the way he bring along. But if you not been provide effective leadership, if Dr. Jules Jalon not be provide effective leadership, will not be forgotten. So the message we want to send, the president sent for need for understanding the office of vice president not to a gift standing, not to a president, not to get that office. Just like how the president is being elected by the citizens, that the same way the vice president is. In other words, now the same ticket in the when you vote for the president, automatically now the vice president you don't vote for. So then they come as a team. But this question where, as soon as they get into office, then begin they marginalize the vice president. We need for talk against that. We need for they bring that in the open. We for bring that in the open, let the president say understand, say, they contend that the office of a vice president, not to a gift that from any president, not to a gift that. Now the citizens they put that the citizens that's where the office of vice president Now be a gift where Shaka series give people them. Now make it become a series of vice president and then say or where Momo self camp. Those days are gone. The office of vice president are a constitutionally elected office. So anybody where they did, the only way where they will come out there that through an impeachment, process. Not to a president will just sit down no more, it try for marginalize you. This marginalization of recurrent vice president, it don't reach a stage where we go begin talk about her. We will begin raise an alarm about her. We will raise alarm because, like we say, not to the president, not to a personal property, not to a personal property. Now the citizens there, we don't they now Salon don't see where a so-called chief minister they take a high-profile diplomatic approach where you get a city vice president. We don't see where a so-called chief minister they go to United Nations, they go address United Nations. Once you get a duly elected vice president, for like we continue for argue in a presidential system, we don't need that office. We don't need that office. You already get a vice president. So what a president can do, a president, most of the thing they get assigned to the vice president. One thing where I go credit President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for, at least in vice president, they make very good use of her. The vice president Nigeria is being properly utilized. And Senator Shitima, we they see him. Most places now in any set for Godi. And there's other even some other functions where they happen in Nigeria when Tinubu not go able to address it. Now in the same day, because now they are to the elect. Nobody not elect any chief minister. Now a total misnomer that in the scheme of things. And besides, we don't need the office, we don't need them. So some of we now will begin make that a point of duty for begin talk about that, and we don't need that, especially if we get a vice president. In a country like France, they get a president and a prime minister, and they get a president and get a prime minister. That's so it work. And in Senegal, they get a president and a prime minister. But you know, not go get that kind of office. They can't get a chief minister. Oh no. In Ghana, they get a president and a vice president. That's how it work. Now, only in a Salon in the presidential system of governance, that day we get a president, a vice president, and a chief minister. Then you get a chief minister where they everywhere, then everybody is space. It's everywhere making all kind of a statement. They everywhere, now everybody in your place. Then what they not do indirectly, they try for water them the office of vice president. Then they try for reduce the prestige and influence of the office of vice president. Now Salon mostly what they hear about now the chief minister. Mostly like the chief minister. Where is the vice president? Okay, we get a president where an expert in gallivant in a foreign capital, in an expert. We turn around in the ear, we turn around in the ear. That's fine. Then so in the govern from overseas, in believe say if the so-called international community now they are accountable to, where of course not to the case standing, they are accountable to the citizens there because of the elector. So since in a possible way every now and then it gets that appetite. It get that appetite. It gets that knack. It get that burning desire for the travel every now and then. You don't get time for sit down and focus on a desk job. Ebola. So therefore, most of it are the vice president. Now, if for the do. So we from time to time now we talk about this. They really get for call down on the influence of the vice president of the chief minister. The chief minister na an unelected person, a very unelected. The office of chief minister not to elective office. So therefore, for all intent and purposes, the office of chief minister no go eclipse the office of vice president, because the office of vice president now an elected office. Now the citizens they elect them. Nobody not elect a chief minister. Nobody. So we'll be talk about that. So what I want to do now, I want to open the line for calls and for coming for law. We address this. The lines are open now, so anybody can call on the WhatsApp line. We're na 240 413 1733. Again, I repeat the number. When they listen to me, when I can call on the WhatsApp number that I went at 240 413 1733. For now, we address this issue I don't talk about. The office of vice president, where for the longest time has been marginalized, where presidents them, they treat the office as if that a personal property. No, not to the personal property. The office of vice president, now an office that now where the citizens and the elect them just along the same line where they elect a president. So no president, not for marginalize the vice president. And what's especially in this administration also, the office of chief minister, it don't eclipse the office of vice president. The office of chief minister, it don't overshadow the office of vice president, and we cannot allow this for continue. So therefore, so like I said, the line open now, the WhatsApp line open. When at 240 again 413 1733. Anybody now free for call on the WhatsApp line, because I've been told I say my God power will try for make sure say this program here, so we try for make it inclusive. We try for make sure say let una self when they listen to the program, Lord, I be part and parcel of them. I be permission at that. Say for Lord, I be part of them. We tell God thank you. The people that my colleagues in Guinea, they not already established that platform where go give the opportunity for the calling. So una can call at the WhatsApp number. They can say una can call again at the 240 at the phone. We will pick them up so that whatever question una get or whatever comment una get, it will be part of the narrative. Now they can go to the second part of the program, even as I wait for Lorna call. Although yes, I be don't make a small reference to her, but I want to talk about her in-depth, meaning that we get for allow a situation where debates then get for take place. Few days ago now, I now see a debate between President Biden and former President Trump. We see him. All of this are part of the the democracy. Now part of the democracy where the citizens they get the power or they get the right for make sure say the candidates are being heard for the issues them, how they will address the issues them. And we tell God thank you, the journalists they can access. You see, when you are in a place when I get journalists them way committed to that profession. These are the things they're waiting for the bring forward. But it appears say we journalists in the Salon, we don't know if we get journalists in the Salon, because the things that what we expect say they for the do, waiting for the address, they are not addressing them at all. They are not addressing them at all. We don't get robust journalism. What to get? We get journalists them we don't see themselves as part of the political process. You see either a pro SLPP or pro APC. So these are all the journalists that we get that the country. It's either you're 100% SLPP or you're 100% APC. You are 100% SLPP or 100% APC. So, but yeah, we see that the journalists are asking questions. We see that. So now that's make we want. Let us get journalists them and let the students because the students and the students and the future leaders now on the futures and the people are they preside over. So therefore, it will finally let us be part of the narrative. So it will finally they organize a debating team where the candidates and now because SLPP the people the way they want run for be the presidential candidates, we don't see them, they not begin show up, they not begin appear when they see them. So it will be fine for let the students then organize a debate among them. Most of them all are now for the college so now the Ajay Crowder amphitheater, then they allow them. Let the journalists them that will the talk about all. If I don't even know if we get the proper journalists here because the miscellaneous collection of them, they are all compromised. They all they on that. Maybe they say the student they can organize a debate, what we call LNDS, and a literary and debating society. No, get it because after us, England they do it now. Mr. Sunak, as well as the opposition leader, sir, I don't forget my name, Stan Kima or whatever it is, but they are debating. We need that. But Salon, this is not day, the kind of politics where they are the politics of bribe. You go see people that go there for the longest time when they go there in office, they know they visit people then, they know they go to the constituency, they know they but wait time for election can they go begin the bribe now, they go give this, they go give no. We need to move away from that kind of politics. This now make they hold the politicians accountable. There was a time that Ghana, the politicians them in gap, they want bribe, people them with food, with etc. They were about to say, no, we will not go take this. We future past this. We future past this. So now that one for seen as Salon. But this not going to happen because we get a country where use rapid politics, parties are polling 100% SLPP, 100% APC. 100% SLPP, 100% APC. See no evil, hear no evil, not talk nothing but about me party. Me party big pass Salon. Me party a big pass Salon. So not talk anything. Even if the wrong day. For example, when we bought an Onkana, Mr. Bob's Karim, it said Kutubu, I do not agree with you on the issue of the chief minister. Of course, you know that because one of the SLPP that had people them. So I can understand. Where they come from. He's not seeing it because what you don't do, you don't put again a eye. So it's just the question about it. See no evil, here no evil. If this man really honest, if he really honest, if he really a patron, he go see say the chief minister, he's everywhere now they call him. For example, how na chief minister for go write constitution for a party? Now lawyer. So what see this Mr. Karim they tell me now say the chief minister na the where they talk about where they say knowledge now in the how they call it epitome of knowledge that shall be past everybody. So now in the reservoir of knowledge, nobody else not going to do anything except the chief minister. Is this what Mr. Karim is telling us? Then that when some of we talk with authority for back we. If na me Mr. Karim, I don't open the line. If I call I mean, this way talk. Why you not go give evidence for talk say the chief minister in the overclips the vice president. Of course, all that you go blame in boss the Lord High Priest na State House na responsible for that. Obviously, we know that the Lord High Priest within a State House now he don't make he don't give the ambience that David Senge. Now the fountain of knowledge. Wait talk about knowledge. David Senge again knowledge past Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or God Almighty. So everything that David Senge no get any credentials for let him go address United Nations Security Council where you get a foreign minister and where you get a vice president. No. So, Mr. Karim, I tell you one of the great philosophers, let me tell you, and I hope so you say we'll begin with about philosophers. One such philosopher, and then William Shakespeare. He said, before you talk, he said, think. Before you jump, look. If I mean, I know before come, say they disagree with me. Because we get means of evidence for sure, say, apart from the Lord High Priest waiting at State House, the only person they able that they be singing the able. Everywhere they be singing. Everywhere. So they wonder if everything they be singing, then why you get ministers? But once you get vice president. So I can understand, sir, we'll see it that way because you also belong to that culture or that school of not saying nothing about my party, not saying nothing about my leader. But some of we, the only way I don't always tell anybody, and let's see if I see get that book. Because I've not shown that book where I say that they me loyalty. Me loyalty or Salon. Me loyalty not in as much as SLPP now me go support me adding. Well the SLPP not to this SLPP. So Mr. Karim, I want to say not to this SLPP because I not see anything by this SLPP where me go call the SLPP will go me support. Now the SLPP will come with my guy them say go when we get when they say SLPP they say Salon People's Party. That's what they call up. We comprise what you call every segment of society that you get Northerners them, you get Westerners them, you get Easterners them, you get Southerners. That have been the SLPP that we know that I go always relate to. This one obviously and you use that name SLPP because you understand what they're not today. If actually Mr. Karim they follow politics and that, I know they I don't know, but are they ahead of politics? Because they talk to people of substance. If I know that problem, say let I publish a book. I talk to people of substance. They like what they do. So in like manner, they help me. And they help me for make sure say things that were very relevant now they come up with. So Mr. Karim, next time we come, and sure we come on the platform. I want to exercise more caution, let you know which they can't on. Because when we talk, like I said, I know they talk from a position of parties and business. So I they talk from a position of that place they call SIERRALEONE. And from that position I talk from. So when I talk from that position of Salon, hey, I don't know about no political party. I don't know no leader. I know they transmogrify any leader to demigod status. I know the big campus on any leader in personality. Some of you guys here that when I don't become so get sucked up in this David Sengeism. Now so get sucked up. And una not see no flaws, partner. No flaws. China the best and the brightest. That's how you guys see it. But some of you, unfortunately, we don't see it that way. We don't see that way. Yes, he's doing his best, but he's not to the best and the brightest. But you get the Lord High Priest, now State House 39, in one make him, let him succeed up. So what you do, you get all kind of, you get all kind of assignment, even things that when they above incapacity. Not so David Sanger for right constitution, no. Not to him, no. Not to him. Make a chairman for constitution of SLPP. For not to even the Lord High Priest for do that. Not to even place that for do that. For now the party incessant. Now the party committee, what they call the NAC, the executive committee of the party now there. A president, they get involved in the day-to-day management of the party. Now, Mr. Karim, that's one of the reasons we their leaders say, yeah, they're not only SLPP, even APC identity. Why they not they give up the leadership of party them. Because within the leadership of parties them, then they exercise too much power. For example, let me tell you this: Parliament. If you're not an MP in a Parliament, because things like this, people like guys that don't know of this. If you're not an MP in a Parliament, if you not do what the president will let you do, it go make them put you come on a Parliament. You may not know of this because I'm not sure say you talk to anybody. neither you the reader 1991 constitution. That now the reason that we take today they not agree change that constitution. So now that make you get a parliament na Salon where not the whole no leader accountable. You mistake challenge any leader and you are out of parliament. That means then they go along, forget along. Not to say they don't willing you. So now from then to the day we the get we all send them. They call the okay, they get from people, dissatisfied people them. We don't become a victim of the excesses of the leaders them. Anybody where they na parliament now, and they talk this authoritatively, na SLPP, you mistake vote against the Lord High Priest in the State House. You are all you do na letter in the right to the speaker. So if you are aware of this, they sign the so-called constitution. Now that makes some of the advocates say, let them change the constitution, let get a common constitution so that nobody not going to be a demigod na Salon. One man not go dictate. No. If we get a parliamentary system, the only question that happen at waiting now, where Mr. Sunak the fed for a job, nobody not go do this. Yeah. So, Mr. Karim, before you go to Canada the program, you said will they do some research, will they read, will they add agree with me, not me saying you did support me, mean that the facts that they put out so. The facts that they put out, and everybody, reasonable person will tell you that the office of Vice President at Salon, it is actually being relegated. 2 days ago now, as a matter of fact, yesterday now I do some writing, that's how I go follow up. Where did they go and credit Fanta Madi, Sheku Fanta Madi Bagura, where finance minister, then they get credit for that FCC business. I mean, it was so fundamentally dishonest and morally bankrupt on the part of people that will do something like that. Where the person will do the job. The person will do the job, the vice president. Nobody not even mention the man in name. They don't even mention the man in name. They don't even mention the man in name. The vice president, Dr. Julia Jallo, when he efforts, the Lord High Priest, when in the State House, was not involved in the CSO. Because they open, they not here, they not other people in the country. But the vice president never complained about that. He do the work very diligently. He not complain about that. But waiting go happen, then they go give Sheku, Fantamadi, and Membangua credit for what not to do. People cannot be any more dishonest and morally depraved for do something like that. But we on job, my godpa would straighten the record out. We on job, not people. So like I return, I say the line open, you guys, una can still call in. Now the I call it the WhatsApp number, una can, because the WhatsApp number now local number wherever you did, you can call, you don't necessarily get for in call, more expenses than anything. Una can call her with a 240-413-1733. Don't give una opinion about what you are talking. Or where una no one call, una can give una commenting about it. But again, I can talk now. The trust of this case now actually, now the case for the facts, the office of vice president is being marginalized, and this all starts from 1971, where Shaka still is scam. Remember, if you know they follow politics, you see number of people that will serve as vice president under Shaka Stevens. You start with S.I. Koroma, you cannot to people that Francis Mina, they all anything. Because the thing is, the man makes it been give the kind of impression, see, the office of vice president personal property. So would I want to go give? Okay. But when we return to constitutional rule, the office of vice president, it cascades into an elective office. No more, not to a gift of any. Now, if you don't want a vice president for your first term, you're equating President Kabadu. Now, here, Dr. Dembi come. I not say them they get, the difficulties and anything. But there was no way where President Kaba before fire Dr. Dembi. No way. What did he do? Wisely enough, he waits there when the time not done. So when he run back, he not run with again, he bring in another person. Now he bring in Solomon Berewa. That's so he work. You're doing that first time. Now just like America, so Mr. Trump they can't run back. But they bring in Mike Pence. Because it appears say here Mike Pence, they see eye to eye. But that same way he be there as president, he don't go fire Mike Pence because he don't get that power there. We need for make sure say these presidents, they're not to demigods them. The job that when they get as leaders, not make them the be all and end all. The Yakna Budu Yakna Stein, the Alpha and Omega. Now that the all two know now a long get the solution. No, we really get for begin to come out. We as citizens there. You see the silence of people there. Martin Luther King, I spend a lot of time to read about philosophers. Martin Luther King say, he said not to the hurtful actions of the enemies they matter. He said that the silence of the friends. The reason where they will lead us don't become totalitarian leaders, they don't become dictators, human rights abusers, because the citizens waiting they don't do by their silence, they don't become willing partners there. They don't become accomplices there. Whenever they follow politics in other country there, not to only this APC, SLPP politics. So when I see what happened in Kenya, when the citizens stand up to the president of Kenya, he backed up very quick. When the citizens stand up to the president of Kenya, it back down. All tell what you taxes. Then they put taxes on the people there. They tax people there no more. Tax everything. They say no, we don't get enough of this. You don't know when he back down. He don't know when he back down on that. And then they call the people power. Even this question of question of chief minister overcoming or in position overshadowing it. If the city then they say, no, wait a minute. We not elect a chief minister now. So the chief minister cannot be seen, I didn't call him overshadowing the vice president. We not elect a chief minister now. Not just an appointee. So if forget who say it for them. But looking, I don't necessarily get for dinner salon for see waiting the happen out in the function. This is an age of social media. The age of internet. If I want to know what happen at salon, all I need for Google, I go sit there. Nobody not need for dinner salon for see the chief minister in hotel system. How every now they get pronouncements and way they make. When I even sit there, waiting happen about that electricity theft. Where they are putting code theft. The way we handle that. To think that for let me for go sit down there. All you need for do, assuming it be getting evidence, they can't go to a boss, they can't go to the Lord High Priest. But this problem they get with the electricity now, so people are not they pay people they look like can't go there. Then the Lord High Priest, it me for no, but he don't go sit down here know how the country volatile. Now instead of people they look at the substance of what they talk, they turn into something like big accuse them of bigotry and accuse them of trying for incite how they call them. And who do you blame? You don't blame them because the thing was not properly how they call them. The intention was good, but it was bungled and it was badly carried out. So when people until they look at the substance of the thing, they look at the man and religious attention. You want win that this country also. We na at Salon also. Waiting they know we for religious tolerance. We are the country where Muslims and Christians then they coexist. They get that teamwork. When Christians their own festivities they come, we the Muslims then with a fellowship with them. When Christians they get functions, they must say they get married, they get married in a church, they invite Muslims. We they go there with the similarly. So when we say we Muslims they will get function there, especially in Ayawo this now, we Christian brother, then the fellowship with we get great religious tolerance. We don't bring an ayah. We Christian brothers and we all that the team ayah. We'll get some people all they show up. Somebody that the danger this way people they get too much power in the place. So some of we now will begin talk about the fact say the office of vice president and elective office that the citizens that they elect that office, the office, not to a gift from nobody. Now that make anybody where they run for president, what should they do? First, if you want somebody for joining you, what you have to sit down first. We now they sit down. We now lay out we now put all the things on the table. You know that they bring the person now because for vote sake, or you go take one guy for potluck, but you don't say where you bring that person in for potluck and go vote for it. No, you cannot do that. Now politics of experience in that, and I was that dishonesty that day. If you not believe in the person, not bring up. You know they sit down when I put it. You see whether the person where they bring as your vice president, it share your agenda, it share your platform. You for be comfortable with them. You for be comfortable with anybody where they bring as you vice. After us, you don't introduce them to the citizens and to the voters. So if you don't introduce the person to the voters and they don't vote for that too, it only expedient and morally acceptable for let the vice president be seen as part of the team. As part of the team. A president will be comfortable with the vice president. But there should not be any situation where a president go feel say a vice president they overshadow. And that's what we see at Salon. For too long, some of we don't set remote about the marginalization of vice presidency. But it more pronounced inside this administration also. It more pronounced. We don't see it. It more pronounced. Yes, the vice president, Dr. Julia Jallo, is quiet by disposition. Looking at my mouth, very quiet. The man will not they make the waves. The man will not they put the wrong foot forward. But above all, the man will get great respect for his boss. He get great respect for him. He dey defer to him. He not in competition with him. I have not seen it. And I not see an iota of evidence. We go show say the vice president, the current vice president will get Dr. Mohammed Julia Jallo, they compete with the president. Or he don't take a position where they contrary to waiting the administration where he's very guided. He's very guided. And they can say, no, they put the wrong foot forward. He doesn't. Therefore, they not for take advantage of that. They shouldn't. From now on, this will be one of the themes away I will repeat. That the office of vice president Asalu, that an elective office, starting with President Ahmed Tijan Kaba, that they be the elect vice president. It cascade to Anet Baikoroma and now to the Lord High Priest, the State House. So nobody know for what are the office of president for what are now. Nobody know for what. In fact, who said to the vice president, and for the supervised ministers, then who said today, the vice president, therefore be the point man, especially in a dispensation where you get a president where hardly still down in the country. where every minute is out of the country. So you need to forget a vice president. We actually get what you call extraordinary and plenipotentiary powers, where it makes sure that the ministers and they in line. Then they carry out the agenda of the administration, not to the chief minister. The office of chief minister, it came in the late 50s, but by the time we don't get to 60, before we go to independence, that office ceased. And we'll go back historically. We'll go read what's in the function of chief minister BB, because actually the way people that have been in charge, the governor, he was in charge of the executive, the council. The chief minister, then Samit Magai, and they appoint ministers, and they fire them. So the question is, the current chief minister, now they appoint ministers then? No. If they fire them, no. So if all their job they did, then what in that they use now, they get this nebulous type to them. Only for they everywhere, now every minister in face, every place. Why? What's this? What's the essence? Go address United Nations Security Council. Go begin to talk about Palestine. No, to the extent he was not even prepared, because talking about Palestinian issue, you they go back to what they call the Balfour Declaration, where we came in 1917. They go there back. This question of this Palestinian issue, the only resolution, the only time when this Palestinian issue will be resolved, when America and England decide say that at Balfour Declaration, then they rescind them. Would I not know what's in that day? The man ended up in the foreign minister and everything. Then we come with that program day where then Jewish people then, our people or the Palestinian people, they land them. Now the the Palestinians, they say no, they want the land. And we don't see war after. We see the 6-day war, the 1967 6-day war. We also see the Yom Kippur War. We see that in order to see the effects. So you get a lot of ramifications. A lot of young ones don't go to United Nations, no go say, oh, now give this. No. You get for go to what they call the root cause. The root cause of this Israeli-Palestinian issue, the antecedent in it back to the Balfour Declaration. So if you don't get the grasp of that, you don't know that day, and you don't advocate, say, well, the United Nations revisit the Balfour Declaration, no amount of blah, 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 that place not go work. So, like I say, even though we are not called, but now we don't come up with the provision now. Anytime I come now, the line is going to be open for a call, on our way in, or where you guys don't call, una can make una comment, una can make una comment them, all that will be part of the, the narrative there. Follow. So again, as I wrap up, because again, what I want to do, I don't want to stretch the discussion too much. By 4 o'clock this year for London, enough for past 1 hour. As a matter of fact, the discussion from the way now hold on the figure about if for the anywhere between 30, 45 minutes to an hour, but not for exceed that day. Because we for take into consideration people that within a Salon, the megabytes, them, not to everybody go afford them. Now I made people they appeal to, because maybe not to say many common at the WhatsApp group them, but the audience still they appeal to me, no, Kutubu, you cannot do this, you cannot do this. I say okay. But now I say okay, for long I be part of this. Now I make the telephone line in now the WhatsApp line, una can be part of it. So when it's not done, una say can make like where they talk, so una can go to record them, then una put up. But because the easy way we don't want to go back to the WhatsApp and platform then. It is 100% rabid SLPP, 100% rabid APC. There is no discussion the WhatsApp group there. We're going to say, wait a minute, you know what? Not gravitate to a sensible center. The sensible center, how they gravitate towards a place where it take into consideration the corporate well-being of Salon. That we for do. Lord go look kusai Salon de naya. Lord talk for Salon. Lord fight for Salon. After us, without Salon, we don't get a leader. Without Salon, we don't get a political party. So for Lord talk about Salon first. Waiting good for that. Okay, like this MCC, money where they don't, where my godfather they don't give. We all for be glad for that, because when the electricity come to the country, this not to an SLPP electricity, neither not to APC electricity. Now an electricity for Salon. Yes, a government and administration will take credit for, but when they go out of power, they will get for left of day, you get for day. And with the availability of electricity, it come up with a lot of things. It will also help in the promotion of commerce. So the good things, who say they know the credit, the good things. Yes, they can say accredit this administration, especially Dr. Jules Diallo. But one other thing we will not forget again, even as we credit the administration, we for also know say this electricity money, this MCC, it come up with a lot of things that we attached. Lord, don't forget, say anytime where their powers they are in general, but in particular United States, they give money, they get conditionalities there. And knowing we own political leader within a Salon, any way now the international community now that they work for, they work for the people of Salon. Now waiting the one night they do. So citizens for embrace themselves for that, for dictation now. We now waiting no more now America one night going to happen at the expense of, because yes, we do appreciate the fact, say yes, America don't give it. But then you go even ask the question, why we get for depend on foreign people for let them give you money for let them do that. Some of we take today will not buy it today, will not buy, because we get enough resources, we get financial, this we get but what in now the sheer mismanagement of the resources of the country now they cause on. And this one safe. If the people that where they carry this money go, this are the talks now openly. If they're not supervise this money here, most say they don't take another give any administration. When they turn out, they know see nothing. They not go see nothing. The only way we'll get where the citizens go see a benefit out of this. United States for make sure say that money is being added that there for the disposal as they work they go now, so they will pay the people. But if they say that bulk, give any administration, if anybody not believe, when I ask them what happened to that $1.5 million where the United States ambassador to United Nations go give for that the so-called tripartite meeting. Let them show now. I'm aware what they do that money. If anybody not believe what at the talk say, that kind of how they call it, they not forgive any and let them say they can't go, because that money they now taxpayers and money. Now United States people that were in the United States where they work now they tax money and they. So you don't go find let the citizens the hard working money, let it get spent per corruption. No, let people them give it Abu Clever Momo service partner. No. So to me, the only way where we'll see the benefit of that money for that electricity, the people of the United States, through one of the agencies, the United States Agency for Development and all that, let them the supervisor. But if they say they will take that check day, they go give any administration. That's the end of it. That's the end of it. After us, we get a lot of examples. I just shown an example. Almost every now and then, money they go to Salon. You will say, oh, they pay on the upside and they give them this, they will get. But when you turn around yourself, look at the lives of citizens. Look how it condemned to abject poverty and unspeakable people with all this financial. resources where they go to the country. Where you have, what are they doing with their money they have? So what did they do there? You turn around nothing. Restaurant turn 1 million leon for bag. When the government start for give cities, they break in the country. When they go start for see people, they all take taxation. But people don't get nothing. All this then lead to the unadulterated anger na Kenya. Because the citizens, they don't get fed up. Taxation upon taxation. But they know they see nothing in turn. And na Salon. All time things have gone up. Things have gone up. Things have good. All this help when United Salon they get from especially countries like United States, because they say one thing that so they una Salon now they know because they know they know they give them information there. But we now this is one of the benefits that so we'll get access to information where they come on. Every little thing where this country they do for salutes, we know. Because it open, we do see it. We do see it, it's open. So, like I say, we can't wrap up now. I mean, look at the time now, yeah. I mean, just no more than 1 hour now the program will day by God power. And at the promise I say every now and then the line will be open. So now the choice for Leon be part of them. And like I say, una go na the WhatsApp place because the WhatsApp, say wherever you want the WhatsApp, I make I know they broadcast it, but I still did it. So I can still use the number the 240-413-1733 and call. The call will come in. Una go give una own part of the issue them. No, all can discuss the issue them. Then we make the place grow. We colleagues in Guinea, the SSF, and a journalist in Guinea. So I get information now from Guinea. One of the people that will be help the strong man at Guinea, that are Mamadi Doumbouya. In also it where that man whatever happens, waiting be out, waiting not be under Huawei, he fall out with the with government the next way, the man don't die. For even give the body to in relatives and another. Now the people they know more, the soldier they know more they won't bear. It only appears say Mamadi Doumbouya instead only become another dictator. Now nobody know they oppose them. Even the journalists in Guinea now, they go through these hard times now. They go through hard times there. They crack down on them, crack down on civil liberties, constitutional liberties, and all that. So then at the danger, this when they come to power. When they come to power, the next thing are violation of people, their human rights, their constitutional, liberties. And I tell God thank you because seeing me a part of they don't give me accreditation. So that make I get information, they supply me with information, but things are not as I talk now. If I one of the things that they can do, they can just interrupt the internet with it. Because with the internet, there is this feeling say where they will communicate with outside world. So they make sure say, they interfere with the internet and all that thing. So again, like I talk say, it go find the one way they run for be the SLPP presidential candidates. They find let the students in the university let them try for organize a debate among them. Let them make sure so they get a primary. Let them go from place to place. Let them go canvas. Let it not be anywhere the question APC them in do where and the microma do. You go annoy to that one. No, not to democracy, Dandy. Not to democracy, Dandy. Let the field be open to everybody. Let everybody go campaign. And would I get the highest votes? You let Naya, so anybody can run for president or any office. Now make una the whole primaries and una the go. Would I get the highest? Now the party go endorse. Now so it work. Now the proper democracy that. Like all the candidates where they out now, we don't come out now. Therefore, they go from place to place a campaign. When the time comes for the campaign. Therefore, all mini elections for them. So would I come up with the would I win? Now the party for endorse and help them during the election. So again, at the end of the I start up by saying the office of vice president is being marginalized at Salon. And especially yesterday, waiting me with that the WhatsApp group them, where they go credit Sheku Fatima Mahdi or whatever. I mean, the man get that woman name, the man gets so he even had for the calling name. Bangu and then they go credit him for being the brain behind the FCC award. I mean, it was so appalling. It was so disgusting. I mean, I was really, I was overcome with unadulterated anger, with that kind of blatant, deception, pyramid of lies, and all that thing. So now I make a talk say today, I will make a major topic now. Say the administration through Dr. Mohammed Jude Gallo, the low-key vice president, the unassuming vice president, the non-competitive vice president, the highly respectable vice president, and the man where they respect authority, Dr. Mohammed Jude Gallo. So, on behalf of Salon Talk Forum, when they deal with issues, comment, and analysis, I really want to tell them plenty thank you. I really want to tell them thank you for indefatigable services that this administration also. But the things the way they do now, this administration, the good things the way they do now, he's doing a very good job now. He not compete with nobody. He respectful of his boss. He keep a low profile. So we want to let the administration know, say, the office of vice president is by far superior to the office of a chief minister, where to be a nebulous office, now an unnecessary office, not called for at all. Now just this additional bureaucratic layer, bureaucracy, and that no more. It's very uncalled for. They recognize authority under the vice president. They can get elected alongside with the president, not to any chief minister. So, by God power, I will try for the camp now quite regularly, and when they come up with other issues then. And even though we are not calling, but again, by merely listening, also not part of the narrative, not part of the the thing, and we are that also they go the long way. In most this way, I tell so I don't go through this even but all the platforms same way I've done the viewers and the other one where I've been there before I can. For whatever reason, anytime when me come for talk, people number calling, I think they prefer for listening. So that I only finally and reluctantly decide for bringing a telephone so that Leona say will be part of her. But most times people they can prefer for listen. They can prefer for listen, where I really appreciate, so that at least they able to extrapolate, something from the discussion, which is really fun. But notwithstanding that, at the turn I say every time I can now, I go open the phone line, candy, or where una not calling, una can still put una comments in. It's the same thing. Putting the comments and the same thing as like you're calling. What's important is that the contribution are important. So how you come about with the contribution to me, it really that's not too much of an issue. What's very significant and abiding now the contribution we make by way of the comment we make to me now. I want to use this occasion again for tell some of the party them Boku thinking we don't see need for see how they will get for come help this program. Because one of this platform here be a very, very strong platform. So with the help of my colleagues in Guinea, even though they said they go through trying times, hard times because of the totalitarian madness on the part of the strong man. But notwithstanding that, I still they get the support from them. Then they help me. They know even if I watch now the WhatsApp group, I've been posting and now how will I will come in now? I post them there. So every time where I come, you guys, once are they on the line now come, you guys are free for come. So again, today our all kind of will be similar like Maniraim. We they ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for like now different destination there with Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. So we Christian brothers and sisters, we go fellowship today. We go pray to God Almighty, for giving them the opportunity, the chance to go, praise and worship Him today. With the praise the pastors then, we be the up now the pulpits then. Today we go deliver the sermon. They do it with sincerity. They do it with integrity. They're not just talk waiting and one the audience here, but they talk waiting at the team for talk. Where we go na the congregants, they go na the head, he left na the heart, and then go form the basis by which they govern themselves as society. So until we come again another time, again I want to know boku thinking. Una stay na places. Yeah, not to APC or SLPP program in Naya. And the program waiting for Salon in Naya. Meaning that this platform here, will muster the courage of conviction and fortitude for call the issues them as you see them. We know they say because now we party this. So if we see wrong, they will not go call them on. No. Or because we will never accept the theory, the party or the leader big pass Salon. We will always gravitate towards the fact say Salon big pass the leader and party. Until then, this is Kutubu Kuma, the wish all just about a very blessed day, a pleasant good night to all.